This is a demonstration of an AI application I made using AI, and it's used to create design controls, design trace matrix for auto injectors and prefilled syringes. So this left panel here, you enter your product information. We're going to make up a fake thing called the Easy Syringe, and it's going to use the drug product drugamycin 2 mg, and then you can use this slider to select your delivery volume. This will be a 3.6 ml prefilled syringe. Then there's a bunch of toggles down here, which allows you to assess things about like the intended use, at home versus healthcare provider. It's going to be a non-emergency use in a glass container. It will be sterilized for adult use. So now I can click Generate User Needs. In the background, it's going to be submitting all of this information to an AI that generally understands 21 CFR 820 and ISO 1345. And so it's generated a list of user needs. The user needs a sterile and safe device to administer drugamycin to prevent infection during at-home use. The user needs a device that is intuitive and easy to operate without assistance. The user needs to deliver a precise volume of 3.6 ml. Okay, now that I've generated those user needs, I can click this button here at the bottom, Doc. It's going to generate the user needs document. Okay, so you can see it formatted like a normal report here. The user needs document for the Easy Syringe combination product. This user needs document defines the high-level requirements for the Easy Syringe, a combination drug product. This document serves as a foundation for the design input phase within the design control process, ensuring the final product addresses the requirements of the intended users and the clinical environment. It goes in a background about the product and the purpose of user needs in general. And then it creates this table here with the user needs as it had already generated, and it also provides a rationale and context for each of those user needs. And then lastly, it has a conclusion statement. The user needs identified in this document reflect the requirements of the Easy Syringe, etc. Okay, back to our grid here, our design trace matrix. Now that the user needs have been generated, this button appears, generate, next to design inputs. So I'm going to click that, and based on these user needs, it will generate the design inputs. Again, keeping in context the drug product and product information we had provided it. So the user need one was that the product user has a sterile device. The first design input is that the device shall be sterilized with ETO to achieve a certain sterility assurance level, and it provides the source for that requirement, an ISO standard, and the date. And then it relisted user need one because there is a second design input associated with maintaining sterility for the user. It is that the fluid path is biocompatible per ISO 10993-1. And so it also provides that source. And it will have continued and provided all of the design inputs, things related to delivery volume, material properties of a glass container. Okay. And once again, I can click the Doc button and it will generate the design inputs document. While it's doing that, I'm going to also generate the design outputs. You can see here it's actually finished the DIR. It adds references for all of the design input requirement standards. It creates the table and provides the sources as well with the conclusion. Okay, now that we have our user needs and design inputs and sources, I can generate this verification column. The verification column is going to suggest a way to verify said design input. Okay, so for the first design input related to sterility assurance level, perform sterilization validation for ISO, including bioburden assessment, fractional cycles, and 3 successful half cycles to confirm the sterility assurance level. For biocompatibility, it recommends the cytotoxicity, sensitization, irritization, and it goes on for each one. including dose accuracy. Dose accuracy per ISO 11608, n equals 30 sample size, and then it provides the volume range. Okay, now from that, I can also click the document button at the bottom. This will generate the design verification plan. Okay, so it's created the design verification plan with an introduction, scope, general verification strategy, and now we have this verification table. It's going to relist all our design inputs. It's now going to split up that verification plan it had created earlier into a test method and then the acceptance criteria for it, as well as a recommended sample size and the statistical analysis for it. See if we can find a relevant one. So if we have dose accuracy, it has the delivered volume range, a sample size of n equals 30, and it's recommending a 95% confidence and 99% reliability. And it will do that for all of it. Here we have, there's some little funky formatting issue here, but break loose force, the peak force, it's recommending 10 newtons. That's very low. That would be amazing. And K-factor analysis as the statistic. And a conclusion. And then lastly, the final column of this trace matrix table is validation. And this is going to just generally recommend a human factor study for each. But it will tell you within that human factor study what to be looking for, like knowledge or task execution. Okay. Conduct a clinical evaluation and summative human factor study to confirm that at-home users can maintain aseptic technique during device preparation and administration, ensuring prevention of infection. And once again, this can also generate a document, which is the design validation plan. Introduction, scope, validation strategy, and the plan itself. Pretty simple. Okay. That is simply to demonstrate how simple and usable an application can be for design controls. Each one of these steps, could contain a lot of errors. So what's important next would be to zoom into an individual step and make sure that the AI has enough guardrails and has access to like specific Merck context to be like extremely accurate here. And I know this only showed like 5 user needs. I have limited it to how extensive it is, but this could theoretically, be told to generate very long lists of user needs and design inputs, and with, of course, reference files. So thank you very much.